Why was it your duty to be the highest priestess?
It was my calling. God's calling. God calling me.
Why do you think that?
I could feel the pain of a lot of people. A lot of pain, suffering, people crying, children crying, women being killed. A lot of women killed. A lot of women killed.
How did you become the highest priestess?
I started to fight the men in open sword, open conflict, when they would rape kids, children.
How old were you when this started?
Very young. They tried to kill my brothers, my siblings. They will try to kill your children if you were in conflict in battle. They will threaten your children. And I began to fight.
What did it mean to you being repeatedly attacked?
Sadness, hurt. Despair, hopelessness.
How did you feel when you fought back?
That there was some justice. And at least in the life of the young that got to live.
Why did you eliminate the state?
It was a very uncivilized society. They had no respect for nobody. I sacrificed my life for them. I wronged the wealth of Egypt. And I fought in open conflict.
But why did you choose to do it?
Because it needed to be saved, the wealth for others to eat, to survive. These people weren't going to help anybody. They weren't going to help anybody. They just believed that they were God themselves. And that actually the suffering of other humans was not their suffering.
Was your family a part of this?
Yes, everybody was my family. I was a slave. I was the first one to be a slave and end up leading the crown of Egypt. I was a lady of freedom. The first one to talk about it, to define it in a human existence, in my own walk in life.
That must have felt good.
It felt good to serve the life of the people that lived after me. But my life was a life of suffering. And I didn't have anything. Not even the love of Moses. Moses didn't love me. Moses married somebody else.
Tell me about Moses.
He had a family. Actually, he chose another woman. He lived a great life with her.
Do you feel like a lot of what you did was a part of your duty, or because you truly wanted to?
I wanted to. I believed in justice. I believe in justice. I believe that children deserve to live in peace and left alone. And there were men molesting sexually children and killing women and killing each other. And the men were the first ones to have respect for me, actually, because when I came out as a warrior woman and I fought in open conflict as a strategist of war, I protected their lives, the lives of my brothers. So they respected me and they were willing to accompany me in battle. And that was the greatest time of development in wealth in Egypt, because even in other cultures, they respected us because we weren't murderers in that way. We murdered with honor. It was political conflict, and I would myself, a priestess, fight my enemies, my own enemies, head to head, crown to crown. I would fight the kings and the queens face to face.
And what does it mean to be a warrior like that?
It means great honor. And I'm still the same person. That no one could take away from me. I'm the immortal queen. God gave me that for my service to humanity. To combat, always and always. And to be in the earth as the spirit of the earth. And to be immortal. To be the earth itself.
And how do you think your life changes with each life that passes by?
Life is always a virtue, a breath. It's always a gift to come back to the earth and to see the greenery and to see the beautiful landscapes. And the earth has given you peace. And most of the suffering and the conflict was created by man. And I've always come here to say the same thing. And they distort whatever I said. So I'm here to speak in my defense as a woman who serves civilization at its greatest gift of honor and valor and faith in humanity. And that's what I speak of.